Well, good morning. It's about 6:30ish, and we moved from the original Airbnb to another rental because the Airbnb was booked already again. There's a little more traffic on this road. We are still waiting for the cabin to be delivered. They've had an unusual amount of rain for the month of August. And we're waiting. We have this place until the end of the month. And they're calling for more rain the end of this week. I don't know if the cabin's going to get delivered today or tomorrow. I've been told they need 2 days of virtually no rain. The first day for delivery, the second day for setup. So we're doing what we can in the meantime. Cleared out. I trimmed the hillside on the driveway of the weeds so they can see the edge of the drive. Took a second measurement at the big cedar tree just to make sure that they'd be able to get the building through. And yeah, if he does it just right, he can do it. It'll fit. There's not a lot of play. Just a couple of inches of play, and that's it. So hopefully they'll get it through. I've got the site marked with some pink paint. Still got more weeds to cut down, and we'll probably be doing that today. That's about all we can do. I got to call the health department first thing this morning because they close early on Fridays. They close at 11:30 on Fridays. So I missed them. I just missed them. So I'm hoping, I can call him today, this morning, first thing. And he'll be able to come out and take a sample and we'll be good to go, hopefully. Hopefully the water's good. I don't know if it's a real well. It may be a spring because it's not very deep. It's like 17 feet deep. And you've got about 5 feet of that. That's the stone wall. Well, maybe not 5 feet. 3 feet maybe, 3.5 feet. That's stone wall. So the recharge rate is not super great. So I think it's more like a spring. I think we're going to have to look into getting a tank and maybe having a pump, a trickle pump, fill the tank, and so that we have water pressure, so we don't drain the spring during periods of heavy use. So that's what my feeling is on it. Sun's coming up. It's a little nippy this morning. I think it's high 50s or low 60s. I'm thinking high 50s. It just feels, it has that little bit of a nip in the air, which is nice, you know. Temperatures today going to be upper 70s, low 80s. Going back out to the property to cut some more weeds. So I'm limited as to what I can do. Be nice if I got a phone call this morning and say, cabin's on its way. That would be awesome. Next Tuesday, this is Monday, by the way. Next Tuesday, my father has an appointment in Lexington at the VA. And I won't be available. I won't be available to be there if they're going to deliver the cabin that day. I talked to the guy. He says I'm on standby if there's any openings and it's not pouring rain, then they'll squeeze me in. I was like, once the cabin is delivered, we still cannot move in until the electric is set up. We've got to have the electric on. If it was just me and my husband and my son, we'd make do. Okay, I'd move in there and we'd just rough it for a few days. But with my dad, I gotta have the electric. I have to have it. So that's what I'm stressing over. I said, if it's just us, I pitch a tent. You know, we just rough it for a few days, or a few weeks. You know, I can do it. But with my dad, it's a whole other story. It changes things completely. I can't rough it, not with him. So there really isn't a whole lot to say or show. Cutting weeds. You know? Might be moving some dirt. Got to talk to the neighbor again. We've been talking about the hillside behind where the cabin's going to be, and he was saying, you know, it needs to be sculpted, and he's right. I know it. It needs to be sculpted better, because when they tore the house down, they just dug into the hillside to get fill dirt, and they didn't sculpt it well, and if it's not done right, it can have some major erosion, and it's going to be a problem. So that's got to be done, and I know it. So I'm going to talk to him and see, you know, what his availability is. And I know he did some grading there for free for me. It's like, I don't expect him to do that. That's not fair to him. Because I've got nothing to, you know, to give back to him with. You know? I mean, I promised him chicken, you know, or some eggs, because they don't have chickens. I promised him eggs, but it's like, I'd have to give him an awful lot of eggs. And I don't have chickens yet. So, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to get the chickens. I may not be able to get them till spring. So, we'll see. You know, you plan these things and things come up and they delay you, and it's like, this is getting ridiculous now. Initial delivery date was supposed to be the August 1st. Then it was the 8th or 9th. And here it is, the 13th. Still no cabin. So, well, that's about all there is to say. I don't know when we'll get this uploaded because I've got no internet. I went to this place in town there that supposedly had internet. They advertised on their door, free Wi-Fi. Well, it wasn't very good and I couldn't connect. So much for that. and the library is closed on Sundays, and they don't. The library opens at 10 and closes at 5, and some days they're open late till 6. Well, no evenings for me at the library. In daytime hours, I'm sorry, I got to go work on the property. Because once I get things cleared around for the cabin and whatnot, then I got to focus on, the horses and get that taken care of. So there's stuff to do on the property, on the land itself. You just can't do anything with the building until it's there. What are you gonna do? So that's my exciting news. So if I get any good, interesting clips, you'll be seeing them in this video. So talk to you later, people.